Hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? Welcome, welcome. Thinking of everyone and the need for creativity, the need to connect to our inner selves a bit more during this time of pause that we are experiencing in life right now. And for over 20 years, I have worked with collage as a tool for many, many reasons to maybe heal an old wound. It's collage's ability to stitch something together and weave it together again. So you can take parts of yourself that feel fragmented and bring them back into unity. So it could be an old emotional place that you have been trying to make sense of or understand. But it could also be something that you want to envision, like a new way of being in the world. People have talked about visioning boards, right? The way I do this class is unique from other creativity classes, though, or collage classes, in that there is time for grounding in the body, embodiment, and meditation to really go inward to see where the holy within you, what it's wanting to tell you. Because at every given day or a different part of your life or a season of your life, you might be starting to be guided to a different way of doing something or different way of seeing something. Obviously, this is on a larger scale now, right? So that we have an opportunity to really go in and visually see what's going on the inside, because sometimes it's hard to see that, right? And you want to see a movement, you don't understand what's going on. And so the opportunity to pause, to slow down your breath, and to listen inward. So I hold a supportive space for you. I don't have any kind of guided way of doing this that says, oh, this is the collage that must be created. It's not a paint by design kind of thing. What it is creating a holding space for you to go deeper, to allow yourself to go deeper, to see what you are wanting to create, what is bubbling up in you. I just had a session last Saturday with a group of women online. So we're testing out the waters of doing this in this venue. And it's a beautiful, beautiful opportunity to see what is your soul wanting you to create from this place on. A new way of being, a new way of slowing down. Hints to say, do more of this. This is really invigorating you on a deep, nourishing level for your soul, your body, your mind, everything. So it's a stitching, a weaving, and then also creating anew. Now, a lot of people have had their creativity either hasn't really kickstarted much, or maybe it got shut down at some point in their life, okay? And this is a very gentle, loving place where you can go in and just see, okay, well, what's preventing that creativity from coming in? So you don't even have to have an artistic background here. Maybe you're a writer. Maybe you're someone who wants to create through cooking or through gardening, or a creative way of being in the existing jobs that you are, but ways that are much more life-giving and community serving, right, around you. So this is an opportunity to use one form of creativity to open up another. And as has happened time and again, I have a lot of writers who have come and they were stuck and they didn't know why. So any kind of stuck place, or maybe you felt ashamed of your creativity, or you were told to bite the bullet and do something else. It's an opportunity for you to slow down and reopen that creative valve, which is beautiful. Just beautiful. Well, I wanted to show you a collage that I did a while back so you can kind of get a sense of things. Listen, you can go big, okay? You can always go big. I'll give you like basic frameworks, but you will be led in each moment of the creating of it, and that becomes pretty magical. So this one wanted to go big, okay? So this was something that was about creating a new, and it was more of an ancestral lineage one. I took photographs and made photocopies of photos of people in my family line. Over here you can see, let's see, this is my grandmother. This is my, I guess she would be considered like, I don't know, a great aunt, because it was my mother's aunt through marriage. And this is my mother. And so those three were photographs, and let me bring it up closer so you could see, of them. And so making the photocopy of them created this beautiful black and white image of them. And so then you can cut that out and you can bring them into the mix, because, you know, I do a lot of ancestral work with people too, in individuals and group sessions, but you can not only do those sessions with me on an energetic level, but you can also create an image, a collage, to reflect that lineage of support, because they are here for us. They want us to know. I also added some people in my family, my sisters too. And also you might want to create an image for some part of yourself that wants to come to life. So this girl over here that was looking pretty, what a blessing one, she just, right over here, she just looked like, wow, she's just in awe, curious of something beautiful that wants to come. And she was reminding me of accessing that feeling within me, right? And the birds are supporting her too, because I love birds. And so the bird right near her head is doing that. And here you can see me. I thought this girl kind of represented me, when my inner child, when she gets all excited, you know, a little bit of firework on top of her head, right? So reminding my inner child to get lit up. And then the divine feminine, which we're in a phase of divine creativity right here. And she's kind of supportive and in the background of all of that too, right? And so the dark mother too, the beautiful dark mother. See if I can connect you to that. The beautiful divine dark mother who is blessing us always behind the scenes, helping us discover. So these were just beautiful reminders for me that I can create from this place. You might have some more tangible, realistic imagery that comes to you that it's very, very much can support you in your work. You know, if the work that you do, or how you are, you know, how you are looking at yourself as a leader in your family, in your work in the world. So what happens is we get to stitch and create anew. As you can see here, we can create a new something, and we can do that in any way that we want. And so I've done these 8-week collage series before with a group of women, with like 20 women in the fall, usually in person. Hopefully we'll be able to do that again this year, because I'm on the books, and that's in San Antonio. But we can do this online together too. And what's beautiful, it's kind of like a creativity studio where you don't know what's going to come. I often don't know if maybe some grief is going to be healed during a session, which is a beautiful thing. Hey, Jamil, I see you. Thank you for coming. Yes, thank you for your support. So you'd ever know, something might just internally start being stitched together magically within the space of other people joining. And that's the, you know, I've been in creativity classes where we all brought our own things that we're working on creatively, and we're together though. We're in a room together. We're creating from that same juicy, beautiful place together. And so that's what we will do. It's much more introspective, obviously, but there's an opportunity to share what we've created. And the beauty of this is you don't need a lot of stuff to do this. You might think, oh, I don't have all the supplies. Here are some of the voices of them. I'm not creative. We're all creative because we were born in this beautiful body, and we create everything that isn't, you know, we create our lives, right? We are creative beings, right? So how we do it is the part that we're like loosening and softening and creating more movement. So if you haven't done a particular form of creativity, guess what? You can explore that now. We can soften that valve. So you are creative. Let's just be clear. If something got stuck, guess what? You can unstuck it. Anything is possible. We're infinite beings, right? And you don't have to have a lot of supplies, right? Getting back to that point. Uh, I had one woman, all she had was 2 magazines. And the beauty of spirit is, and I've seen this for over 20 years now, it doesn't matter what's in front of you. In that allotted time, your inner guidance and spirit will help you find what you need. In a business magazine, I found the most incredible inspirational quotes. In an architectural magazine, you might see something that normally you'd be like, what is this doing in this magazine? Wow, that's like really speaking to me. And I don't know why, but it doesn't matter. It's utilizing what's in front of you to bring about this inner transformation and weaving and subsequently creating in the world. So are you game? Are you wanting to be more creative and you haven't been? And you feel like, here's an opportunity. We're in a quiet pause. We're in a reset period. Let me try one of these classes and see if that sparks something in me. You know, I had a lot of women in the last fall's 8-week class started painting. They never painted before. They were just led to, and it just open that valve, and all this beautiful painting came out that they didn't expect. Another, like 3 women I know in particular, were writing poetry and those most beautiful prayers and verses. And so it's an opportunity for us to be together, to meditate and pray together in a quiet space, and to share our creations with one another. Because a lot of times, as we know in the group field, I might create a collage that says one thing that, guess what, speaks to you too. It's a piece of your puzzle. And so doing things as a group, we get to see a larger message maybe from our community, a creative community, that adds to our own inner message that we're receiving for this time in our life. So send me any questions you have if you want to try this. If you have any kinds of comments or questions about it, I'd be happy to answer them. Just message me and I'll get with you. We're going to start on Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Central Time. So do some time conversions if you want to join us from other places. And we're going to just see what comes. And I look forward to having you. You need to connect on Zoom if you haven't already. Get that, just connect to that software so that you have it, and then I'll send the link and we can go from there. So go ahead and register if you're interested. So it's going to be for the next 8 Wednesdays from 6 to 8 p.m. Central. Blessings. Love to have you and love to create with you. Have a beautiful Monday.